What is up, friends? Good morning and happy Saturday. Today is the 4th of July, and this is the day that many people around the country celebrate the Declaration of Independence, which was signed back in 1776, that said that, hey, we want to be our own country and our own United States separate from Great Britain. We don't want to be under the control of Great Britain and King George III. We want to be our own country and we want to be free from you. And so that was a huge day. So people everywhere are celebrating that. They're celebrating that freedom. And this year, it's hard. I don't really feel like celebrating because so much of our country is not free. People of color are not free. People coming here and immigrating peacefully and seeking refuge, not free. Minoritized communities, not free. The list goes on, and so it's difficult for me to celebrate and be happy when there's so much going on in the world that is proving that this country has a lot of work to do. And some people will say it's unpatriotic of you to not celebrate our amazing country because we are the land of the free. I saw this quote yesterday and I had to share it with you because it really rang true in my ears. So I'm just going to read it to you. So this is the quote. I saw it on Instagram. I'm not sure who said these words exactly. It was shared around a lot because it's an important one. So if these are your words, thank you for saying this. I needed to hear this. Here's the quote. It says, "I think it's more patriotic to notice the flaws in your country and want better for it than to ignorantly claim it's great and disregard major problems that need fixing." And I loved that. I think that's so true. And the girl that I saw who shared it, she talked about relationships too with this, and that, you know, if you're in a relationship and you love someone, you will work through problems together in order to have a better relationship for both sides. And I think that's the same thing about this right now in our countries. If you love your country, you will acknowledge the areas that need fixing because, okay, spoiler alert, no one's perfect. Everyone needs fixing. Everyone has room to grow and to get better, especially our country right now. So again, if you love your country, wouldn't you want it to be better and to work through those issues? And so I thought that was really important. And so when we're thinking about this book that I'm going to read today, which is amazing, it's from this box of The Little Spot Who's Taking Action. These are all by Diane Alber. Love her books. I ordered this because the words that rang out to me about taking action, you know, I thought a lot about what's happening right now. And the best way to recognize the flaws in our society and to help them is to take action. And in order for us to take action, we must know who we are, what is our identity, and how does that identity fit into the world. And what I've been doing a lot, you know, since March, since June, since every day, is trying to learn more about my identities and how I can use the awareness of those identities to help the world around me, to help my friends, to help my family. I've been learning so much, and that learning is not comfy, and it's not supposed to be comfortable. You know, it's growing can be painful, and it can be you know, a little unnerving, but it's so important. And so one of the books from this box that I want to read today is called Finding Your Spot in the World. Okay, and I really, really, really like the message that's in here, because if you are going to go out into the world and take action and find the things that need fixing and help fix them, you got to know what your spot is in the world. And so I think this book, which is talking a lot about diversity and why diversity is so important and all the differences that we can bring to the table to make change, it's really beautiful. And so I'm going to read this. So this is called Finding Your Spot in the World, a story about diversity, and it's written and illustrated by Diane Alber. I'm really excited. And again, this is part of a series. There are tons of different books written by Diane Alber, all addressing really, really crucial aspects of taking action and being a good human. And that's what the world needs right now, is good people. All right, let's get started. Hi, my name is Spot, and I'm not just any ordinary Spot. I'm here to help you find your spot in the world. And we see these friends here, and they're questioning. They're like, wait, what does that mean? And then she's saying, but the world is so big. Kind of thinking, how can I find my spot in the world if the world is so big and I'm just me? Well, let me tell you. Let Diane Alber tell you, right? There are millions of people in this world, and we all look different, act different, and like different things, which is great. We each have tough challenges, individual talents, and unique strengths that make us who we are. I love that he's hugging the world right here. So the world is made up of all these beautiful differences, and that's the diversity that we're talking about in this book. I know sometimes it may feel like you don't belong or fit in, but we all have a special spot in the world, and our differences can make the world a better place. That is the amazing thing about diversity. Okay. And I think he's wondering about what his place in the world, what his spot might look like. I think he's doing some learning right now. Now, I've used this analogy with my students before. We have this talk a lot, okay? If everyone was the same, that wouldn't be fun at all. Imagine having the same color crayon in the crayon box, okay? So imagine if every single color of crayon that you used was the same, okay? A little boring, right? Cool, I like red. Red's a beautiful color. I got it on my Pizza Planet shirt, right? Got it on my little hairband right here. But I don't want to just use red, because there's so many other colors that are different that when they come together, it looks so much more beautiful, right? So wait for it. But bam! How could you create a beautiful rainbow, right? If you only had one color. If everyone was the same color, there'd be no rainbow. There'd be no diversity, no beauty. It'd just be boring, right? That's why I'm here to help you discover what makes you unique and how we can all grow together, okay? It's gonna be a really good one. I love this so much. Being different comes in all shapes and sizes. Some differences you can see, and some differences you can't. So maybe there's some differences that you can see on the surface of people or places, but it's what's inside that's also making a difference too, and you can't always see those. And sometimes you'll see those inside differences with action, with behavior, right? You may see someone with different colored skin or hair, but we all want to feel accepted and confident in ourselves, okay? Just remember that. You'll always see people who look different from you, who talk different than you, who think differently than you, but we're all a part of this world, and we all want to be accepted and loved and respected. You may see someone with different eyes, but we all cry tears and feel pain when someone is unkind. And this, I think, is definitely attributed to the golden rule. Remember, like, you treat people the way you want to be treated, because everyone has feelings. Everyone, okay? And your words matter. You may see someone with a different way of doing things, but we all want to create something beautiful, okay? So maybe it's not the way you would do it, but again, everyone's doing their own thing. We're all different. We all have different creative minds, right? And that's what makes it so fun. You may hear someone with a different voice or accent, but we can all say nice things to each other. And that's so true. Even if someone's voice sounds different or their way of communication sounds different, we all have something to say, right? We all deserve a chance to say it. You may see someone that communicates differently, but we all want a chance to share information. And I really, really like this part here because we're seeing many different ways to communicate and share our thoughts. These friends here are using sign language to talk. And these friends are expressing themselves through art, through creativity, through expression, you know? And I think that's so phenomenal that everyone is given this chance to say what they want and express what they want in their own way. And again, this is what is making our world so beautiful, is that everyone does it a little bit differently. Okay. You may see someone with different hands, but we can all give high fives or help someone up when they have fallen down. Okay. Just because your hands look different doesn't mean you can't use them to help someone or to spread some love and kindness. I love that. You may see someone move differently, but we all want to go places and explore. Okay. Yeah. Not everyone has, you know, a body that works the same as others. Okay. And that, again, is what is beautiful about our very diverse world, is we all move differently. I think it's amazing. You may see someone with a different skill or talent, but we all want to do something we love when we grow up. Okay? And that's your right to choose what you want to do. And there's so many different things that you can do that you love. And I knew since I was a really, really, really young child that I wanted to be a teacher because I love being in school and I love being with students and other teachers who are passionate about helping the world be a better place. And guess what? Everyone wants that. Everyone wants to be doing something that makes them feel good and helps the world. It's so important. We need this kind of diversity. We do. So your differences may stand out, and so might the differences of others. But the world needs them. The world desperately needs those diverse, beautiful differences, right? We need diverse ideas, diverse talents, and diverse perspectives. Each person has a special spot in this world. So what's yours? Okay. I love it. So many different friends, and we all have something to offer, to bring to the table, and to help us take action, right? So I also really like this too. All of these books have a really special page in the back that help the conversation keep going about taking action, about, you know, doing it in a way that is helpful. And in order to do that, we must kind of find our place and think about how our identity helps us navigate this world productively, peacefully. So I'm going to read this quote one more time, just because I think it's such an important conversation starter today. I encourage you maybe to have a conversation with your family or your friends about what this quote means to you, and maybe ask some questions about the 4th of July and why we celebrate it and what does it mean. So I think it's more patriotic to notice the flaws, okay? And flaws are areas of imperfection, okay? And again, everyone has flaws. We all have things that we can work through and be better, okay? So to notice the flaws is more patriotic, okay, in your country, and to want better for it, okay? We want our world to be better. We want this country to be better because right now it is deeply flawed, and that's okay, but we have to recognize it in order to move forward. We have to make some changes, okay? So again, it's more patriotic to notice those flaws in our country and want better for it than to ignorantly claim it's great and to disregard major problems that need fixing, okay? Because one of those problems right now, my friends, is that this is not the land of the free. This is a really amazing country, but we have some stuff to work on. We have some things to grow with, and that's just how life is. But if we continue to say it's great and we don't address those problems, we're never gonna grow. We're never gonna change, okay? And so I encourage you today to have a conversation about the 4th of July with your family and your friends, and talk about what it means to you. Again, we all have a lot to learn during this time. It's an amazing time to grow so that we can move forward and be better to one another. So with that, I'm gonna go on a little hike with my family and enjoy this gorgeous day and think about how I want to move forward and help. And so I love you if you're watching. I'm thinking of you, missing you, whoever you are, and just hoping that you enjoy this day and that there's some growth and learning for you in place. Thank you again for reading this book with me, Finding Your Spot in the World, a story about diversity. Please check out some of these books if you haven't already. I'll be trying to read the rest of these, but they're just so good. There's so many. I'm overwhelmed. Anyway, okay, I'm gonna stop talking. I love you. Have a great day. We'll talk soon. Bye.